What's up, Bears fans? Back with another video for you guys this afternoon, and got a simple request for you and an opportunity for you guys to get a shout out if you fulfill said request. Click the share button, which should be right below the video on your laptop or your iPhone or your tablet, and share this video on Twitter. You can also share it on Facebook, any other platform as well. But if you specifically share it on Twitter and tag me in the share at HGramNFL, when you click share to Twitter, it'll repopulate to your Twitter page, and then all you got to do is add my handle at HGramNFL. If you do that, I will retweet you, and I will shout you out on a future episode, one of our next shows coming up. So share the video, get a shout out if you tag me. Let's go. Bears Now coming up right now. Oh, it's going to get juicy today. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. You see the juice on screen. Could the Bears trade for Lamar Jackson? Nick Wright of First Things First proposed a Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson trade idea. Let me just first say, this would absolutely shock me. Now, I think we learned last offseason in the NFL that you can never say never. I mean, Tom Brady retired and unretired, and that was like the seventh craziest thing that happened in the offseason. But I would be absolutely shocked. Can I say it's 0%? No, but I think it's less than 2 or 3%. But we're going to explore it. We're going to talk about some of the pros and cons of why you would do this, which side I am on. And this is the trade idea. Very simple, just a one-for-one swap. And you're probably thinking, oh, Lamar's clearly better, so of course you would do that. Well, I'll give my thoughts in a while. Would you trade Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson straight up? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And coming up in a moment, I will give you more of my thoughts. Today's show is sponsored by Geology. Geology is a 16-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company recognized in Men's Health, GQ, and Esquire. Geology creates simple and effective skincare and hair care routines customized just for you with ingredients that are proven to work. Right now, for a limited time, they are hooking you up with an absolutely insane offer. Use my code ChatSports70 at chatsports.com/geology and or use the QR code on screen, and they will give you an exclusive 70% off their award-winning skincare trial set. Skincare shouldn't feel like a gamble, and Geology is the best in the skincare game. Geology helps you fight acne, reduce oiliness, prevent wrinkles, have smoother, hydrated skin, and puts an end to dark or puffy under eyes. They take care of all of your bathroom needs as well. I've been using Geology's face wash in the mornings, their dark plus puffy under eye cream, and then retinol night cream before going to bed, and my skin is looking and feeling great. And in the shower, Geology body washes are free of harsh ingredients, smell great, and are refillable. So go to chatsports.com/geology or scan the QR code on screen and use my code ChatSports70. Link is in the description and comments of today's video. On top of 70% off, you will receive an exclusive bonus offer on one of their brand new skin, hair, and body products of your choice when you add it to your trial. This is one of the best offers you will see. Get it today before it's gone. Chatsports.com/geology, code ChatSports70. All right, thanks to Geology once again there. Nick Wright had this to say on this idea. The Bears have nothing but money and need to spend it. The Bears haven't had a franchise quarterback since Sid Luckman. I would be very hesitant to do this trade, and here's why. And don't call me crazy. Let me explain myself. Here is why I would be hesitant to trade Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson straight up. And it's not because I think Fields is the better quarterback right now, so let me clear that up. Here are a couple of reasons. Number one, the injuries are piling up a little bit for Lamar Jackson. His play style, which kind of like Fields this year where he got banged up, but Lamar, over a few years of taking hits and being a thinner quarterback at, 205 pounds or so, it started to weigh on him. He's missed 11 games now the past 2 years. He's not going to play in the playoff game this weekend, which obviously hurts the Ravens' chances. And you need your franchise quarterback to be available for the biggest games. And last year, he missed enough games that knocked them out of the playoffs. This year, they fell out of the AFC North Championship race because of his injury. And now he's not going to play in the divisional round or that wild card round against Cincinnati, which almost guarantees that the Bengals will win. So I think that is a legitimate concern. Number two, you're going to have to pay him 40, 45, if not $50+ million per year. If you think I'm crazy, well, look at the market. I mean, the highest paid quarterbacks per year are making well over $40 million. He's going to get probably in that 40 to 45 million range. Deshaun Watson's making 45 million a year, guys, and he had 25 sexual assault allegations, and they gave him 230 million guaranteed. And look, the NFL owners and GMs can come together and be like, yeah, we're not basing this off of Deshaun. Cleveland screwed the pooch on this, but someone is going to pay Lamar. If I'm Lamar, I'm sitting there saying, I'm better than Kyler Murray, who got 230 million, makes 46 a year. I'm better than Deshaun Watson and don't have the off-the-field baggage as him. Sure, the Bears have the money. They could do it. They're going to have 115 million in cap space, but they have so many other needs. Like, if you put Lamar in Chicago this year with the exact same roster, yeah, they'd probably win a couple more games because he's been around. He's won a lot of games in this league, but it would easily be the worst supporting cast in terms of an offensive line. Skill weapons, which I actually don't think Baltimore's done a great job of, but at least, they had Marquise Brown. Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends in the NFL, great running backs, but he's always had a great defense. Defense this year in Chicago was terrible, so I don't think if you swapped him and Fields, like, the Bears would have been like an 11-win team. Maybe they're a 6 or 7-win team. Maybe they win more of those one-score games because he's been around and done that. And again, the Bears do have the money, but if you pay Lamar $40-50 million bucks a year, that really eats up a lot of the cap space that you currently have. All right, key number 3, and something that, it's a I don't want to say a tough subject, but it's something that we have to acknowledge. His passing especially, but I would even say his overall production has dipped since his MVP season in 2019. Don't believe me? Look at the numbers. Since 2019, you look down there, he was terrific. 3,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 picks. Oh, by the way, 1,200 more rushing yards and 7 more touchdowns. He was insane, which is why he won the MVP. Oh, by the way, 66% completion percentage. Okay, go to 2020. Still really good, right? Almost 2,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 picks, bunch of rushing yards. Really good. Not quite MVP, but still a really good season. 2021, okay, completion percentage same as 2020, passing yards similar, but look at the TD interception ratio. Also only played 12 games, and despite playing less games than the year before, 4 more picks, 10 less touchdowns. And then this year, less interceptions, 1 more touchdown, but a completion percentage lowest since I believe his rookie year, only 2,200 yards, 17-7 touchdown interception ratio. So it's not like he's fallen off a cliff, but he peaked as a passer in 2019. The numbers have gone down since then. Lamar has regressed as a passer. Sure, Justin Fields has to improve as a passer. Ryan Poles said as much. But you hope that with the better offensive line and better weapons around him, which you could say the weapons haven't been great for Lamar, but he's always had good offensive line play. He's always had a good defense. They've always been able to run the ball well, which the Bears ran it fairly well this year. But you could make a strong argument that during Fields' 2 years in the NFL. First year with Matt Nagy, just an incompetent offense, not a very good offensive line. Year 2, more competent offense, but worse offensive line, and Allen Robinson left, by the way, that he has not had that fair of a shake. Baltimore has at least had stability with Lamar Jackson in terms of coaching and at least the running scheme there, but Lamar's production has dipped. Doesn't mean he can't get back up. Just means that, if you go get him, you still have a lot of the same issues you had before, which is not a lot of great pieces around the quarterback himself. Now, who's the better quarterback right now? Type JF for Justin Fields, LJ for Lamar Jackson. Don't worry, Larry Lapper. I'm not going to go crazy on you. Lamar Jackson is the better quarterback right now. But will he age better? Will he be a guy that can play 15, 16, 17 games in a season? Look, I know Fields played a bit of a reckless style this year, and he and the Bears have said they don't want him running that much in the future, but he's bigger, 6'3", 230, Lamar about 6'2", 205, 210. He's stronger, can take more of those hits, and he's got more upside as a passer. His college passing tape was much better than Lamar's college passing tape. Now, I'm not going to go full Bill Polian on you and say that Lamar Jackson should have been a receiver when he was coming out of the draft. I think Lamar's a good thrower of the football. I don't think the Ravens have done a great job of giving him weapons on the outside, and I think he can throw, but I just show you the numbers. The numbers have dipped for him as a passer since that MVP season. Fields, albeit lower volume, improved greatly this year as a passer. Looks more comfortable. Needs to take more steps, but you could argue Fields is ascending, and maybe if you don't think Lamar is flat out declining, maybe there's other factors, the injuries, he has flatlined at least. I think we can at least acknowledge that. Doesn't mean it can't get pointing up again, but the recent results are the recent results, which is why I would be very hesitant to do this. Now, subscribe to Chicago Bears Now. I can assure you this. If Justin Fields gets traded for anything, we will be live for a very long time. If you want the latest Bears news, rumors, draft, free agency coverage, live shows, and much more this offseason. Hit that subscribe button down below. We're going to have you covered throughout this offseason. Oh, and by the way, and you're saying, well, Lamar, he's an elite runner. Well, so is Justin Fields. Justin Fields proved this year, like if you want to nitpick Lamar versus Fields, you can't make the argument that Lamar's the better runner. Fields proved he can run like Lamar this year. Like, he just had the second best running season ever for a quarterback. Probably would have broken Lamar's single season rushing record had he not missed the final game. So there's no gap there. If anything, I think with Lamar getting some more injuries in recent years, I think Fields, you might argue, could be a better runner. At worst, it's very similar. So you can't really give the edge to Lamar in that sense. Again, I do think Lamar's a better quarterback right now. The guy has an MVP. Like, I'm not saying Fields is at that level. I'm just saying I would hesitate to trade a young ascending quarterback that showed a lot of promise for a guy as good as he's been, has decreased a little bit in production in recent years, and has had injuries pile up. Is that crazy to say? Oh, and by the way, you're going to have to pay that guy $250 million with probably 80% of it guaranteed. You could see Fields for another year, and if you're not sold, oh, you're not stuck with that contract. You can go get another quarterback. So next step for Fields, prove as a passer, build around him if you're the Bears, get another receiver, get a couple good offensive linemen, and let's see how 2023 goes. And if it doesn't go to plan, then, 2024 you've got flexibility to either draft, trade, or sign a quarterback at that point in time if you want to. So that's my conclusion. Build around the quarterback you have. Lamar, I think, should just re-sign in Baltimore, but if he doesn't, go to another win-now team. I'm not saying the Bears couldn't win next year with Lamar, but they have a lot of other holes to fill. There are other teams like Miami, for example, potentially if Tua Tagovailoa is not going to be able to play moving forward. That's a team Lamar could go to and win straight away. That makes a lot more sense than the Bears trading Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson straight up. All right, there you go. My take on Nick Wright's trade idea between the Bears and the Ravens. Fields for Lamar straight up. If you agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. You can also hit me up on social media with your thoughts at HGramNFL on Instagram and on Twitter. Same handle, both platforms. Remember, share the video on Twitter. I'll retweet it, and I will also give everyone a shout-out that does tag me on this video on social media. So be sure to do so at HGramNFL, and we'll see you next time here on Chicago Bears Now.